Hello, fabulous people. This is the Together podcast, and this is the place where Sharice and I come together to help you get it together for your everyday business life. So we hope you enjoy. Good morning, everybody. We are here on this fabulously crispy cold day in November. I am so excited to be here with the fabulous Sharice B, who is looking ever so fabulous today. I love this top. Go on then, girl. And let's see, this is the Together podcast where Sharice and I come together to help you get it together. And really, we're helping ourselves get it together more than anything.
We're collective. We're all getting it together.
We are. So Sharice, how you doing today? What's going on?
Doing good, doing really good. In full manifestation mode. And I am, I'm feeling so organized, not organized, coming into the new year.
Yeah.
But I love that I'm feeling a lot of organization. You know what I mean? So that right there alone is just, it's just got me just happy. I feel good.
All right, dear.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's to organization. So, okay, before I forget everybody, I am really close to making 10,000 followers on LinkedIn. So I am asking everybody, if you are not following me on LinkedIn, please follow me on LinkedIn. One of my goals for this year was to make 10K, to hit 10K followers on LinkedIn. And so we've been posting consistently. I do say I need to get on my comment game and I need to comment, but we've been posting consistently. You know, we've been going live consistently. I go live twice. So I feel like I've been doing the work and I'm so close. So I feel like I could just ask you guys, please help. So if you don't follow me on LinkedIn, please go follow me on LinkedIn. I think last time I checked, I had 9,296 followers.
Yep, exactly. So, yes, you do.
Right. And so I'm so close to getting 10K. And then on LinkedIn, I Googled like what percentage of people on LinkedIn hit 10K followers. And it's something I've been working on for years. And so it was like only 1%. And I was like,
oh, wow.
Only 1% of people? And then I was thinking, yeah, I guess so. Because nobody in my circle has 10K followers on LinkedIn.
Right. I mean, like, you're really rare.
I know. So I love that. So I'm like, see, if I can make 10K, I'll be a rarity. So I'm really loving that word today. See, but I will say I've been working on this for years. And I will say that Q has been helping me work on this for years. And I don't think I could have got as far as I have without my wonderful social media manager. So thank you so much, Q, for all you do, for constantly encouraging me and telling me to make videos and to remind our people to share, like, post, subscribe, and do all the things. So I'm very excited. And we're going to talk about goals today. So reaching your goals, what it takes, partnership, planning. I feel like prayer, manifestation, like it's all to be talked about today and what it takes to reach these goals. And y'all know my number one thing is you have got to write them down. They've got to be written down. And so I'll go through my normal spiel because it feels like as much as I say it, and I feel like I've been saying, write your goals down for years. Like, like this is probably one of my main things. People still don't have their goals written down. And of those who have them written down, they don't have them date oriented. And so one of my pet peeves with goals is do not put your goals on rolling date. So don't say, I'm going to be something out there like I'm going to be rich in 10 years. Because that's a rolling date. So next year, you're still saying I'm going to be rich in 10 years. Then the third year, you're still saying I'm going to be rich in 10 years. And you're moving the date. And so there's not a hard, solid date. But if you say, I'm going to have $1 million in my savings account by November 11th of 2035, Then next year you got 9 years. Oh shoot, I got 9 years left. I got to get on this thing. And then the next year, shit, I got 8 years left. I got to really be on this thing. What do I need to do? And so that will put a sense of urgency on you as you get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to the date. And if you don't meet the date, okay, great. So Jack Cranfield talks about this. Everybody know who Jack Cranfield is? He's the chicken soup for the soul guy. Yeah. And so he had, I'm going to make $100,000, I think, by a certain date. And he was like, we only made 98. But do you think we were complaining?
Right.
Were we complaining? And so if you don't make your goal, are you going to be complaining? And so Q and I were talking. I am going to make a push, and I'm trying to do some extra social media posts and stuff to make the goal of 10K by December 31st. But if I don't hit the goal until January 31st, will I be complaining? Not at all. It's just on to the next, because we've put the things in place and we're doing the things consistently to get there. And so I want you to have dates on your goals. Yeah. I want you to be specific. I want you to be realistic with it. And so those who has probably hung around any therapist talks about goals we use the acronym SMART. So that is, they need to be specific. Stands for the S. The M they need to be measurable in some type of way. And then they need to be achievable. Like you could actually do this thing. And I think for you guys who are entrepreneurs, a part of that achievable is writing out the plan. Like literally doing the numbers and writing out the plan to make sure that it is achievable for you. And then achievable, the R is realistic. And then the T is time sensitive or time bound. And that's like having that date there. And so please write your goals down. When you write your goals down, you are 42% more likely to accomplish them. So just by writing a clear goal down, y'all, writing stuff down, I feel like it's a step in the atmosphere. Like I feel like it's like some people talk about putting a stake in the ground. And I think you do that when you write the goals down. Like when you say, this is what I want. And then you repeat that thing. And so, okay, I can talk about goals forever. I can go in. And so I'm going to pull up and let Sharice talk for a little while before I go in, because I really want to talk about that, putting that stake in the ground. And then I also want to talk about what my focus is going to be for 2026 and how I want you guys to focus on 2026 as an experiment for, does this work better for me or does this work worse for me? So, all right, Sharice, you go. What you want to tell the people? I'm listening.
Really quick, can I get the S and the M again? I was taking notes.
All right, the S is specific.
Okay.
The M is measurable.
Okay, cool.
So I want to I want to lose weight. I want to lose 10 pounds and it needs to be realistic. So what 2 pounds a week is realistic. So in 5 weeks. So by December 20th, I want to lose 10 pounds. Being specific is something that I can measure. If you're saying, I want to be a better Christian. Okay. What does that mean? What would be measurable? Well, I want to pray 5 minutes a day and I want to read the Bible 5 minutes a day. Okay, that's measurable. We can tell whether you're hitting that goal or not. Simple as that. Put some structure around it. You know, don't have these ambiguous goals that can't nobody tell you whether you better or not.
Okay, good. Yeah. So I'll start with clarity, of course.
Yeah, of course.
So specific. Yeah, you get specific by having clarity, right? If you know exactly what it is that you want, then you can be specific about it. Yeah. You know, and then to get to the clarity, it's what do you not want? It's kind of simple, like what don't you want? And stop focusing on what you don't want and start focusing specifically on what you do want.
Yeah.
Kind of simple. Kind of super simple, but how good are we at complicating it? Because we haven't made a clear and concise decision so that we can get specific. right? I think that the audacity, I think that's where the audacity comes from. The clarity and the specificity. And I know what I want. You ain't got to ask me. I can tell you. I can do that with my eyes closed. I reek of it.
Ooh.
I reek of my clarity and that specific thing that I want. Period. And that is, I think, what so many of us are coming into.
Yeah.
And, I'm so proud of everyone. And I think it's just a part of our maturity of truly knowing what we want and honing in, right? And it absolutely gives you the audacity to show up and stop being concerned about what other people think. I'm not concerned. I'm so busy with my clarity and being specific about what I want. I have no time to be concerned about what you think, but that is the mature thing to do, on this side of life. So for those of you out there in together land who are still struggling with not knowing how and when and where to show up, here's your answer right here. Get clear so you can get specific, right? And there you are. You can show up with that audacity. All right. And then you can move into your strategy, right? And, there we go again. If you clear and specific, strategy is boom, boom, boom. What do I need to do every single day?
There we go. Say that daily. What do I need to do daily? Gotcha.
Yes. And that strategy, and of course, within what it is that you want, there's a particular strategy that you have to create to follow. One of the things for me with my show up with Sharice B self is I don't show up consistently. Let's be clear. I have to be clear with you all about that. Some people are like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. No, I don't. So I am, and I'm just being transparent. So
I love it.
What I'm doing is, working on this content so that I can be strategic about how I show up and getting so much of it on automation. Natalie, you are so good at that. Like, you got this stuff coming. It's coming.
Because I hired you. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I see the results of it. And that's what I was going to say. Hire is next.
Yeah.
So my acronym is CASH, right? So the next one after this strategy is H, and hire, and hire with heart. Like, hire someone who can truly help you and someone who can understand what it is that you need. So if you have to hire and fire a couple of times to get where you want to be, that's okay, because you got to get that person who can give you what you need, right?
Yes, that's so important. And Sharice, this is one of your things. I'm going to say several simple things. I want to say hats off to you, Sharice, because you have been consistent in what you've been talking about for years. And so I know right now, which I've been talking about, one of your things is stop being a one-woman show, be a CEO. And so for you guys to accomplish some of these goals that you have, you are going to have to delegate. There's no way that you're going to be able to accomplish these audacious goals, have the audacity to write them down and think that you're going to accomplish them without having some type of help. There are too many things to learn. There are too many things to learn. You cannot learn them all. So I want you to choose what you're going to learn and hire for everything else. You can't do it. And so whatever the three things you are best at, that's what you want. That's what I want you to do. And even if you're good at it, but somebody else can be as good as you for a lot cheaper, then let's do that. Because I need you out here making the $500 an hour and paying somebody the $5 an hour who can do whatever that thing is. And so knowing that. And I get when you're at the beginning, it's hard. And then that's when you have to be creative. how we're going to do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
The call on you guys' lives is so big.
Yeah.
You can't get there by yourself.
Yeah.
You just can't.
It's just you to handle.
It's literally eating an elephant. Yes, it's one bite at a time, but you're going to get so much further when you got a village around you to help you of support. And so I know that, and you got to embrace that. And then people will say, but they're not going to do it as well as me. And we're going to have to write the policies and procedures to make that happen. You're going to have to work on training your people, which means you're going to have to up-level your skills. But also, how about this? How about hire somebody who's going to do it better than you? And you do the stuff that you good at. So Alex Ramonzi talks about that. Stop hiring people that you got to tell what to do. You need to hire the people that come in and tell you what to do. And be okay with that. Girl, that thing was so freeing right there. He was like, you need to be hiring the people to come in and tell you what to do. And then you just need to do it. That's who you need to hire. Your team should be telling you what to do. And so shout out to Q, because she do tell me what to do. And I be rebellious and in my feelings. but I do. All right. So, okay, Sharice, what else do you want people to know about goals for 2026? Because we want you guys in 2026 to be awesome. And I am this. Okay, let me say this, because I know some of you guys, your anxiety is percolating because of everything that's going on with the government and the economy, and you're hearing rumors within rumors and all of that. So I want you guys to confess over your life, over yourself daily, that 2026 is going to be the best year yet. That in these unsure, turbulent times, that there is a place for your business to grow. And y'all, there are specific businesses that grow like wildfire in a recession. Wildfire in a recession. And so figure out for your business and so start to confess. It doesn't matter what happens in this economy. My business is going to grow. Like I'm going to make more money than I've ever made. I'm going to do better than I've ever done. Like now is my time. And really take that in and believe that now is my time, that I was born for such a time as this. I created my business for such a time as this. I am here. The words that are coming out my mouth are for such a time as this. The work that I do is for such a time as this. Like, just know that and don't pay attention to it. And if you got to flat out stop watching the news, stop watching the news. If you got to get on social media and just have your person post, then that's what you do, so that you can really sit in that I'm going to have the best year yet. Like it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be amazing. The things that I'm going to do in 2026 is going to blow your socks off. So, okay, I'm giving it back to Sharice.
Okay, and I want to go back to the work. Okay, so just to help you all a little bit, like, okay, so there's a time to be realistic, and I have such a hard time with that word, but I get it. I get it when people say being realistic and being delusional, right? I get it. I understand the balance. But there's a time and a place for both, and it's up to you to understand what that is. And, you know, for me, my battles in my mind that I have had to deal with: focus, finishing, completing, because I can work now. I get up, I'm gonna be on time, I'm gonna get where I need to be, and I'm gonna handle my business with my people, you know, in person, you know, whatever I have to do, help people, whatever. But when it comes to my challenge has always been, you know, getting my people the information they need when it comes to this digital information and this like just the admin stuff, right? So basically what that means,
What? I'm here. We here.
Oh, my bad. The phone was ringing. I thought we went out. Sorry about that. So what that leads up to is my systems. Okay. So what I've had to do for myself personally, you know, without self-diagnosing with all this stuff. So because I had to dispel all that stuff too.
Right.
It's repetition.
Ooh,
I have to get crazy. Remember that video I sent you? I hope you listened to. I hope you had a chance.
I did.
If not,
Yeah, I did. I'm so sorry I didn't tell you. I didn't listen to it like 2-3 days later. And I was driving, so I couldn't text.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
talk about it.
If you was that a game changer or not?
It was a game changer.
That and you know, when I
tell everybody it was Showable. It was
it's Florence Chevelle Shin.
There we go.
So it was about commanding. Oh my gosh. It was about commanding. I'm gonna get emotional because we've been so messed up, Natalie. Like they effed us up. And now we are unlearning and relearning, and it's really hard. And I take that back, even down to every single word. I take that back. It's not hard. It's just let's get the information and let's just work the information. Because just think about, because we didn't have what we needed, we weren't able to take care of our families. We weren't able to take care of our health. We weren't able to build wealth. We weren't able to do so many things because we have been misinformed in a system that was built for us to be
kept down.
Yes. Okay. So, we have to get this information and we have to put so much deep embedded work in it to reprogram ourselves. And it takes repetition. So once I get information like what I sent you, I don't stop listening to it.
Oh, say that.
I stay listening to it. I'm talking about from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep while I'm sleeping.
Oh, yes.
And reason being, because I know how messed up I was. And then I was tricked that, you work so hard, and so many people, and you got this and that, and and really that was cool. That's fine, but that's just really surface when there's some really deep subconscious work that was holding me back. Okay.
Gotcha.
Woo. Anyway, so you have to be bold enough and consistent and disciplined enough to realize, like, in order for me to change who I am and become what I want to become, I have to put in this type of work. And for me, it's that repetition and listening to and embodying that, hearing what I need to hear, right? Intaking. And then that way, so when it comes out of me, if I catch myself quickly, and if you're around me, I'm going to catch you too, when I say something that doesn't align with where I want to be.
Yes.
Because we've been programmed to say, if it ain't one thing, it's another. I can't win for losing.
Right.
Stop cursing yourself with that language, because we grew up on that. So stop cursing yourself. No, that's not how we live, and that's not who we are. At the same time, that's all we know, and those are habits. So you have to really truly put in another level of work to change that.
That's right. So Abraham Hicks has a simple sentence that I just love. A belief is a thought that we keep thinking. So if you want to change these internal beliefs, you just need to pick a new thought and keep thinking it until that becomes the new belief. And it is repetition over time, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you may start out simply with, let's see, I'm getting better and better every day in every way. I'm getting better and better every day in every way. And so this is the thing, because I read a research study where they took people in the hospital and the staff simply would tell the clients, the patients, so half the staff, they didn't tell them nothing. And half the patients, they didn't tell them nothing. And half the staff would tell the other patients, you get better every day. Wow, you're looking better every day. Wow, you're getting so much better every day. And and those people got better in like half the amount of time.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. What did you say? I always accomplish all my goals.
Always. I'm a finisher and a completer.
Oh, say that. Yes. So just those simple things and start telling yourself that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is your mind is going to look for evidence of whatever you are thinking. Okay. So if I think, oh, Atlanta traffic is so bad, it's horrible. Then your mind is going to look for all the times that you've been in traffic. And it's going to put you in more traffic because that's what you're looking for. It's the confirmation bias. So when you tell yourself something simple like, oh, things work out for me. Things always work out.
Works out for my good.
I always get a wonderful parking space.
Everything.
And now you start getting them, and confirmation bias shows you when you've gotten those.
Yeah.
And so work with your brain on these things, on getting yourself to where you want to be. Like, oh, that's so good. This is such good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What I wanted to go in on is next year, this is what I'm going to try. And I'd love for you guys to experience. Whoa, okay, I'm sorry. All right, I got you. All right. Y'all see Sharice reeling in the moment. Real and in the moment. Okay. Next year, I'm going to change my goal strategy. And so typically, I've had multiple goals across like all of the things that I do. So this is for this area, this is for this area, this is for this area. And so I'm just going to pick one audacious goal. And so my big audacious goal is 10,000 email listers on my email list from entrepreneurs. And that's really going to be the only goal. And so I'm really leaning into that concept of an inch wide and a mile deep. So really learning how to focus on one thing and get one thing done really, really well for next year. And so I want to invite you guys to do that as well. And so, and this may not resonate with everybody. I think very much in years past, I haven't needed to like manage all of the things and everything needed to have a goal and I needed to work on everything. I got to try something different though. I really want to see impact in one area. And so I've been, from my perspective, I've been trying to get entrepreneurs off the ground for one complete year. So since last year going into this year, so 1 year, I've been trying to get my entrepreneurs retreat off the ground. And I feel like I've been all over the place and trying to figure out and strategize in that. And at one point it felt like I was chasing the money and I didn't like that feeling. Like, wait a minute, this isn't feeling good. And so I've really been thinking about, okay, what is that? My coach has been talking about going a mile deep and an inch wide. Like, what would that look like? What does that feel like? How is that with my goals? And so I think it's picking one thing and making it a huge, audacious goal. And then that is the focus for the whole year. So last year I tried to have a focus per quarter, but I think this is the focus for the whole year. How are we going to do this? And really depending on that. And so I want to invite some of you guys to try that, to see. And so, and then I think that's what I love is that we can try and put on different things and figure out what works for us and what's going to work best for you accomplishing your goals. And so, okay, that's my 2 cents. All right.
That's
And thank you for calling me out on the try. I like it.
I must. So I love that you mentioned the one big goal because I was going to type that to you this morning. Like, we need to focus on like one big goal so people don't. Oh yeah. When I remember I said goals, just like, oh, goals, good. And I was like, I was going to finish, but of course I was all over the place. But I just wanted to tell you, how we be in alignment and, be resonating with each other. But I think that's important, the how. So we gave them the how with the smart and the smart cash. I think we're going to have to do something with that. We keep talking stuff about what we going to do. That might be it right there. Right. But, I think if you, and of course you're going to have other goals, right? But I'm talking about just what is that one big goal, the one that is specific and measurable and realistic that you can put a time on that feels good to you. Like, I can really do, the scary is scary, but if I do this, if I get clear, audacious for my strategy and get the mindset of hiring.
Yes.
All of this, if I do this, I can accomplish this big goal.
Right. And with that being said, I really want you guys sitting down and figure out how am I going to accomplish this big goal? Like you talked about strategy, but that's really sitting down and saying, okay, if I could try to get 10,000 email subscribers in 1 year, that means I probably need to be doing a little bit over 8,000 subscribers per month. And so like, what is it going to take? So 8,000, that's like 2,000 per week. Like, what does that take for me to do that, to get that done? What does that look like? Where do I need to be? What do I need to post? How do I need to do it? And so really asking yourself those questions and coming up with a solid strategy for doing it. And so I know in the past, I have said some audacious things and never came up with a solid plan. Yeah. It was really, I hope this gets done, but never came up with a solid plan.
Right.
I got a couple of things in my life right now. I was like, but what was your plan with that? You was just hoping? Yeah, you was just hoping. A hope and a wish and a prayer, as opposed to, this is what I want to accomplish. These are the things that I'm going to do to accomplish that. This is when I'm going to tweak on it and see if it's working or not, and then go forward again. And so, I've got it. So as I review for 2020, all of the years actually, but for 2025, that's one of the things I'm looking at. Like, what was the plan? What was the plan? What was the plan? And did we really have a plan? And were we trying to do too many things? So And so in picking that one thing, this is the other thing, you guys. As we're talking about goals, I think it's important for you guys to figure out what is the purpose. What is I want to say the real objective. Okay. So if the real objective is for me to make a certain amount of money, what's the easiest, fastest way for me to do that? Not, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. This is all things I want to do. But if the goal is just for you to make a certain amount of money, what's the easiest, fastest way for you to do that? And I think we can get busy in we like doing all of the things, but what's the goal? And what's the reason for the goal? Okay. So I fall into this. Well, I want to do the coaching program for therapists, and I still want to do sex therapy practice stuff, and I want to do maritalpreneur stuff, and I want to do speaking stuff. What's the real goal that you're trying to do everything for? Is it just to be busy? Is it just to say that you're doing that? Like, what's going on?
Right.
And so I've had to sit down with myself and say, okay, my goal right now is to work less. Because I was working 6 days a week. I'm down to 5 days a week. We're trying to get down to 3 days a week. Really, 2, that would be. But we're trying to do that. And so, okay, what's the easiest, fastest way to do that? So as opposed to working on 3 different businesses or 3 different lines of business, because they're really all under the same thing. What if we just focused on one? Which one is going to make you the most money in the least amount of time and get you to that goal? And so I just want people having a conversation with themselves on, am I reaching the goal? And am I, that pure desire, am I making sure that I'm doing that? Does that make sense? Because we can be doing all the things that's taken away from the one reason, because I think with some of us, there's a natural competition with ourselves. I think we get excited about the new and shiny. I think we see everybody else feel like they're doing everything and we want to do everything too. And if we can focus on, okay, but what's my reason? What do I really want my life to look like? If I'm trying to simplify my life because I wanted more time to spend with family, I want to be traveling a little bit more. What do I need to do to accomplish that? And so I really want you guys, I'm going back to Sharice's word, to get clear, to get that clarity so that you're not working against yourself.
Yeah.
Not working against yourself. And I think some of us, I left corporate America so that I could work less in counseling and still wind up working the same, if not more. And so what was that about? And is that my old programming? If I'm not working hard, I'm not what? worthy. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I can't have what I want to have. And so do my actions really support what I really want?
Yeah.
And I think, and so I'm going to also challenge you guys before you write your goals for 2026. And really, I want your goals from 2026 I want your goals for the lifespan. I want the vision for the lifespan, like really, but really focus on like what's important to you and how do you want to show up in different spaces and what is that really going to look like so that you're making sure you're working toward what you want to work toward. You know, and it's I think it's a subtle thing because we can get so busy and caught up in doing all of the things and then realize all of the things are not getting us what we wanted. Not at all. Okay. All right. I digress. Go on, Sharice. What's next? That clarity is so hard and important. I just want to give you a high five on that clarity.
Yes. Thank you. Let's talk about this, which I believe it just goes with everything that we do in business and why people like don't make the money and don't make the connections. So within all of this, what will happen if you're clear, specific, if things are measurable, realistic, you got the strategy, what it's going to do is get you to that community that is called to you. Because one of the biggest challenges that I've seen in entrepreneurship is we have the most amazing ideas and everybody jumps on board and it's like, oh, girl, yes, come on. Go put all this money into it, this time, and then you haven't built this community to support this amazing idea, right? And down to let's jump out of this entrepreneurship thing, but let's go to someone who's built a brick and mortar business, a restaurant, or whatever kind, salon, whatever. Times have changed. So we're no longer the neighborhood. You don't get the neighborhood business the same way that you used to. Like it's a lot of competition, right? So, which I will give it to the neighborhoods now and the way they're building up. They are kind of building where you kind of walk to, the retail stores and stuff. Now they're doing it again, but it was just a time where community wasn't like it was when we grew up. Everyone would patronize you from the community. So in that case, we have to work harder to build community. Yeah. Here's the thing, social media is amazing for that. Yeah. So we're just in that space now of you're going to have to build up your social media presence. Yeah. Right? I mean, you might be in a position where you feel like you don't have to, but having to and feeling like you have to is two different things. Right. Thinking you got it together and not having it together is two different things. Thinking that your family and friends is going to sustain your business and a few people that it's not it. So you have to, be clear and bold enough to get on social and talk about who you are, be the face of your business and build your community because the people buy into you. Even if you have a product, they're going to buy you. When they buy you, they're going to buy the product. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I want to stop right here because you are speaking exactly what Daniel Priestley talks about in his book, Key Person of Influence. And so I don't know if I'm going to have to get you that book, but because you're saying exactly what he says in that book is that people are buying into you. And like, it doesn't even need to be your company name. It needs to be you. It needs to be you. That people are buying you. And so that is so, I just want you to know, like you are brilliant. Thank you. Aren't we just the most brilliant team you've ever seen? So let's go. Let's be clear about that. You need to own your name. Say that. You need to own your name. I got to send my niece another message today to make sure, hey, you got those kids' name? All of them, because they all brilliant. They all superstars. Do you got them kids' names trademarked? Do you own? Are they LLCs? Because, You have to own who you are, Natalie E. Elliott.
Yep. You
Because
do.
everything should be under that.
Yeah.
And those are things that, we learn late. But it's okay.
Yeah.
We know now.
Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. All right. And all of you guys who do not own your domain name, your name as a domain name, I'm going to need you to go buy that today.
Yep, today.
Domain, baby. Even the expensive ones are like $15 for the year. There's no reason you shouldn't own your name. So go find your name.
Yeah.
Also, hot tip, I got this from my friend Carlin D. Henderson. And she was like, always use your middle initial. So somebody else, so it's a differentiator. And so like there's 1,000 Natalie Elliott. And so which is why I always try to do Natalie A.N. Elliott as a differentiator.
A-N, right.
It is just as a differentiator. And so if y'all have not purchased your domain, your name as as a domain name, and I'm not saying you have to do anything with it, but keep somebody else from getting it.
Oh, yeah. Own it. I lost mine for a quick minute. I lost it and, miraculously it opened back up. I was like, hey, I will never let that happen again.
Matter of fact, I better go check out mine today. So let's just make sure they're still out there, still working and functioning. But definitely do that. Please definitely do that. I mean, at this point, I was somewhere the other day and my combo was like $14.32. And I was like, what? And so for one meal, it's $14. You can own your name, your domain name for a year. Yeah. And so some of you guys will never do anything with it, but I just want you to own it so nobody else will get sick. Yeah. And then some of you guys are going to turn around and be like, oh, shoot, I'm ready to use this now. Thank God.
Yeah. So or you can sell it. You look up and it'll be some profit behind it on there and you can sell your name.
Y'all, last I sold, one of my domains. Okay. So I am secretly addicted to domains. I am. And so if I have an idea, I'll go buy the domain name real quick. That's just my secret addiction. Must be like my secret addiction. And so last year, somebody bought a domain from me. So I have 100 between like Natalie Elliott, Atlanta Sex Therapy Atlanta, Black Sex Therapy, Christian Sex Therapy. Like I have all I didn't have them. So last year I was like, some of these I've moved on. And I'm really not going to ever use them. And so I put it up for sale. So it sold for like $600. And so GoDaddy took their fee. So I wound up making about $432 on it. I think something like that. And I was like, what? Free money? Right. And sure enough, they paid me. And so, it's a thing. So own your domain name and any other ideas you have. And they may not be for you, but because you thought about it and you bought the domain name, now somebody else out there years later wants it and they'll buy it from you. Yeah. And And I've done that for some of my people as well, because they weren't thinking. And then when they were ready, here go your domain name. Like here, you just transfer it over. Because again, it's my secret addiction. But I want you guys to own your name.
That's a good one.
I want you to own your name. So, okay. All right. Closing up. What do you want people to know today?
Get clear about what you want. Get clear.
And I want you to write it down. She wants you to get clear, and then I want you to write it down. Like you guys, something changes when you write it down.
It does.
And then and if I had to say one more thing, write it down. And then put it up somewhere where you can see it often, repeat it often, say it to yourself often, make it a personal mantra. And so it really gets in your bones. And so the science is when you build a new neural pathway for that thing in your brain, that's when you will see the external manifestation of it. And so say it and say it often. Say it and visualize it often. Say it and feel that feeling that you're going to feel when you accomplish it often and start bringing that future thing into the present. And so you guys, you can do it. And so consistency over time will get you everywhere. you know, that being diligent will get you everywhere. Yeah. And so I think, okay, I'm gonna go scripture on you guys for a minute and let me try to look this up. But I was recently in the Bible looking at what the Bible says about diligence. Oh, y'all pulling everything out of us today. Let me see. We done went everywhere. And this is, let me see if I can find it real quick. 3 things that the Bible actually says about being diligent. And it is, okay, I can't, now that I'm looking for it, I can't find it. It was so clear. Hold on. About diligence. It said something to the effect of like being diligent will make you money. Being diligent, I think, will like bring you before kings and something else. Why can't I find it? Because I'm looking for it too hard. Okay. Yeah, I think being diligent will, I think, take you before kings, make you money. And it's one more thing that just being diligent will do for you. And so think about being consistent, diligent in writing your goals and reading them. I think you should read them daily, what your goals are. I would love for you to be reviewing them daily so they really get in your head, in your spirit, in your bones, and being diligent over that. And y'all are just going to get so much accomplished. Yeah. So much accomplished, and I want that for you guys. I'm sorry. It's like the harder I look for this, the harder it is for me to find. So, but y'all know, we just want everything for you guys. We want, I think we dream bigger for y'all than y'all dream for yourself. And so, and we want you to have it all. And we want you to know it's these little things and fine tuning these little things that is going to get you to greatness. It's kind of like being faithful over the small things is what's going to bring you before the great thing. Yeah. And so I'm so excited about all of that for all of you guys. So, all right. So go get those goals, get clear and write them down. Get clear, write them down, repeat them often. So, okay. All right. Anything else, Sharice, you want to tell the people?
I'm good. So good to have you all this week.
All right. All right. Did everybody have a great day? All right. Bye-bye. Audio Jungle.